morning from the Grand Rapids Area Library. This is Grandma Nancy here for an Artastic art project. I'm pretty excited about the project today. It's a little different than other things we've done. I did bring a piece for inspiration today, and we'll talk about that. We're not going to quite do this because you can tell how complicated this is. But we'll talk about what I want you to look at. So we're going to be doing a geometric piece of art where we're going to use all perfectly straight lines. So if you haven't picked up your kit, you're going to want to have a grown-up come down to the Grand Rapids Area Library and pick up your kit. And we'll see what's in here. Oh, nice watercolor paper. So there's enough for you to do two. It's so nice. I almost thought there were three in there. And then a nice pack of watercolor paints. A nice pencil, nice sharpened pencil with an eraser. And then this is the special part of our kit. This is a ruler. And the ruler is used to measure things, right? So if you want to measure something like something 3 inches, you would use the ruler. We're going to use the ruler not to measure distance, but as a straight edge, because it also makes a perfectly straight line, which is what we're going to do today. I did bring in this inspiration piece, and this actually, my mother did this piece. She used to do a lot of geometric art, and I think that's probably why I like it so much, is she passed that down to me. I can't tell you for sure where she started on this. My guess is she started making these straight lines, the longest straight lines she made first. Like this one was really long. So maybe that's the first one she did. And then she worked from there. She could have started with the squares, but I don't know that she did. And what's interesting is she makes it look really 3D, like it looks like it goes in right there, doesn't it? And that's because she has these teeny little triangles in there, so your eye goes there. And then how she used different blues. So again, we're not doing this, but it's a good inspiration. There's so many things you can do with a straight edge or a ruler. So many things. Today we're going to do the straight lines, and this is what our example is going to look like. Yours won't look exactly like this, right? Because you're the artist. I'm just going to show you how you can divide your paper up into different sections using a straight edge. Before I did this sample this morning, and before I did it, I didn't really have a plan in my head how I wanted my lines to go. I just started doing it. I started breaking the paper up into little pieces, okay? So you will need a little cup of water. We'll try to keep our paintbrush as clean as we can. You can change the water if you need to. And then you just need to open your kit, get your paper out. I'm going to work on a piece of cardboard today, just in case I spill a little paint. If your adult wants you to have newspaper underneath or whatever, you can do that too. So you guys get set up. I'm going to get my paints opened, and then we shall start. All right, hopefully you have your area set up. I really enjoy this part of it. I like setting up my workspace. It's really fun. So here's the sample again, and I'm just going to move that to the side while we work, because what we need right now is just a blank sheet of paper. You can work your paper any way you want. It can go this way, or it can go this way. You can even work at an angle. Whatever you want to do, how you want to see your paper. Then you need the straight edge or the ruler. your pencil, and we're gonna look at this paper as one whole space. It's just one whole blank space. And the way I want you to start is by separating it in two different spaces. But the spaces shouldn't be in half equally, if that makes sense. Like, I don't want you to draw a line right down the middle and have two spaces in half. I want you to maybe have one of the spaces bigger than the other, and working at an angle. So I'll just start and show you. Now, when you're using a straight edge, you should really spread your fingers out, and then you have 2 fingers, maybe 3 on the front, and then spread out the thumb back there. This is really, really going to stay tight. Sometimes when you're making a line, if it's moves, then your line won't be straight, of course. And that's always okay too. We can always erase that. So I'm just gonna, and I'm gonna make my line slowly so I know that I'm following the very edge of the straight edge, okay? And then I move my ruler off. So I have 2 different sides, and they're not the same shape, and they're not the same size. The next thing you're gonna do is pick either one of these, and you're going to pretend this is your piece. This is one open piece again, and you're gonna divide it in half, not equally, again. So I'm just gonna put my straight edge there, and then I'm gonna make a line coming straight down, holding it tightly, and ending. I've made 2 more pieces, okay? Then I'm going to look at this section as one piece, and I'm gonna divide that. How do I wanna do that? I think I'm gonna just do this. And I hold it tightly. And there I have another section. Now I feel like I have a lot of lines going this way. So I'm gonna look at this section, and I want some lines going this way. And I'm just going to draw one right there. So do you see what I'm doing? These are good size shapes. So I think I'm gonna leave those alone for a while, and I'm gonna go over here. Now I have a lot of lines going this way again, right? So I think I'll have a line going this way, holding it tightly with my fingers and my thumb coming straight down. Oh, I like it so far. All right, I'm gonna leave this side alone. I might come back to it, we'll see. And then I'm gonna look at this side, and how do I want to divide this? This one I'm gonna actually do a little bit differently. I'm gonna come from the corner, and I'm gonna hold the straight edge down tightly, and there I have another line, right? And I think I'm gonna use that line. I want this line, I'm gonna make like a little, dividing the space a bit, but I joined to that line, and you can do that. So now this is a little big. I'm gonna do that again. I like that, how that worked. So I'm gonna join at a, it's like they're at a point, right? And come down. Oh yeah, I like that. Now, I'm gonna look at it overall. I don't want my spaces to be the same size. I want some spaces to be a little bit bigger, some to be a little bit smaller. And as I look at it, I like everything. I think this one needs to be a little bit smaller. I'm gonna make this big space into 2. Okay, and then I come down. So you can see how when I was doing this piece, I didn't really know what I was going to do until I did it. And that, I like that. I like that in art, where you make decisions while you're working. I don't want you to make the same lines I did, because you're the artist, and this is my piece. I want your piece to look differently. Just for curiosity, I'm gonna count how many spaces I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This one has 12. I didn't count when I was doing this, but I have a feeling this might have almost the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This one has 2 less than that. So I guess, you know, you don't really have to count your spaces. I just want you to think about breaking big spaces up a little bit. But you'll probably end up somewhere with, I don't know, 10 to 14 spaces. Now we're ready to paint. Love brand new paints. I just love them. You can use any colors that you want. And remember, there's a coating on them, so we have to get a lot of water on it first. And you can use any color scheme you want. You may use all the colors. You may use the colors of the rainbow. You may use the warm colors, the orange, the red, the yellow. This one, I used the warm colors. And I actually made this orange. And I'll show you how you can make your own colors too, even though there's plenty of colors to choose from. I think this time, maybe I'm going to stay with the blues, and I might use some purple in there. We'll see, but I think I'm just gonna pick one color and then start and see how I wanna do it. I'm gonna pick this blue, and I'm doing that color first because it's light, and I don't want it to get muddied. And sometimes your paintbrush ends up getting the other colors muddy. So I always start with the lightest. Okay, now it doesn't matter where I start here. So I think I'll just start in the middle. And I'm gonna come right down. I wanna follow the line as best as I can. You're gonna get out of the line a little bit, but that's okay. But I'm just gonna go over the edge. You can see where I got out of the line there, but that's okay. And then you get your little brush in the corner. I just like to do the outside edge first. So I'm not gonna get out of the lines too much. And again, it doesn't matter if you do get out of the lines, because the colors will all kind of work together. I like this color a lot. So I'm gonna go if you want to pause the video and get your lines all drawn, you may go ahead and do that, and then you can turn it back on and kind of catch up with me a little bit, so you guys control when you want to stop the video. All right, so I like that color. Now, I think I should repeat that color. So where do you think I should go? That's a smaller piece, so I think I'll do a larger piece with the same color. And I'll go over here. You do have 2 pieces of paper, so you could do a second one. I always think, you know, when you do art, it's nice to do a couple of whatever you're doing. And then you have two different ones of the same activity, same concept. They look really nice when you hang them up together. That's what A lot of people, when they hang art in their houses, like to put 2 or 3 pieces together. So that's what you could do. I think this would be a really nice art piece to have in your, see how easy it is to do after I've done those edges? Then I can get kind of quick and sloppy in the inside, which is a fun way to paint. I don't have to be as careful. Okay, now I think I want to move to, I think I'm gonna move to a purple, see how purple works in there. Oh, I like that so far. So I'll rinse my brush off really well. And again, I want quite a bit of water at first so I can break that seal. Oh, look at, I thought that was purple and it is blue. So it's a darker blue. I'm gonna go for it, I like it. Okay, and let's see, I think I'll go here. Oh yes, this is nice. This is very nice. This came right down. This is a nice blue. I suppose some of you are getting ready for school, right? That's gonna be great. And I do like this blue. I think it looks really great with the other light blue, don't you? These are pretty colors, all of them. You can't make a mistake with the colors, that's for sure. Okay, now, as I'm finishing this, I'm kind of glancing over my piece and thinking, where do I want to go next? I kind of like to repeat the color so you see it in more than one place. It's really pleasing to the eye. You want to see it in more than one place. You don't have to do that, but I do like to do that. That got a little off, and so I'll just fix it. Okay, so where should I go now? I think I'll go here. And I'm gonna go down. And I'm gonna go down. Go this way. See, I got a little into that space, but that does not matter at all. So now I'm thinking, I like this blue and I think it should be out here again, but I think it should be out here just a little bit. Like I like this small piece. So while you're working, you can make decisions and change things up, and that's what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna break this little section up and make a smaller one. So you can do that if you want. While you're working, you can make changes. And I'll go down. And I'll go down. And whoops. You see, this is why I like using newspaper or cardboard underneath, because you can see I can go right off the edge and I don't have to worry about my table. But also this is watercolor paint, so it wipes off a table very easily. Okay, I'm gonna turn it. What should I do now? Now I think I'm gonna find the purple. It must be this one, because that's black, that's brown. It must be this one. It's kind of a mystery, we'll see. Oh yes, this is the purple. I'm liking that purple. Looks good. Okay, I'm gonna go right in here. So now I'm going, and again, you just kind of pick where you wanna go. While you're working, you can decide what's gonna look good and make your decisions that way. Of course, all the colors are really very bright, very nice. And I'll come down, down, down. Down, 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 down. Ooh, looks good. And you can see how it's a little, I don't know, not even really. When it dries, it becomes even. So I don't worry too much about that. And if you do, you can just kind of smooth that out. Okay, now let's go down here. And we're gonna come along this edge. Along the edge, go down, right off the paper. Now I'm going to show you how you can make your own colors, because that's always really fun too. Even though you have lots of choices of colors here, it's kind of fun to make that unique handmade color. So I'm going to look here. I think I want to do some purple. So I'm going to get quite a bit of purple on my brush. You put it over on the lid. Doesn't look like much right now, but it is. And then I'm gonna get white. I'm gonna really make a light purple. You can see a little bit of purple is getting right in that white because I didn't get it all off my brush, but that's okay. Because that's what I want it for. So now I've made a light, I'm gonna grab a little more. I've made a light purple, and we'll try that out, see what that looks like. I think it's gonna be really nice. Oh, look at that. That is gorgeous. So we have that light purple. And again, it doesn't look like you have much there, but you'd be surprised. You really do. I like that. I do like it. Yeah, that's pretty. All right. Okay, hopefully you enjoy this. I'm just finished these pieces on my own, and I'm not sure what color I'll do, but I'll try to stay in the blues and the purples. You, again, do what you want. Think about it and plan as you go. I hope you enjoyed today's project. We'll see you next time. Bye.